A few moments later.
As Trump deploys more U.S. teenagers into the Middle East for war with Iran, and as gas prices soar through the roof, this is Trump today playing golf at his resort with his billionaire friends. He doesn't care about you, your wallet, or our troops. He only cares about himself.
Greetings, my BPPN family. This is Bold Perspectives Network. I'm Mr. Red. Imagine, if you will, that our president takes us to war without getting Congress's approval, without getting the proper intelligence to make sure that we have good strategy and good tactics. You go ahead and you want to be praised for your decision of doing this, yet you've alienated all our allies. And the allies that you do have, they're like you. They rule their countries with an iron fist. Some would call them dictators or authoritarians. You want to be just like them. So over the years, someone that has been our direct adversary, you decide you make friends with. You tell us because it's for peace. But what it really is that you admire these people. You admire their strength. And when I say their strength, their power to be able to control the military and their people, to be worshipped, to be unopposed, to do what the hell you want to do. And so you tell us, the American people, that we need to love them too, even though everything that we've been told has told us otherwise. These people are now our friends, and we need to see them as such. My BPPN family, Donald Trump has told us that he has had a wonderful relationship with Putin, Kim Jong-un, right? He said he's had a wonderful relationship with him. But what if I told you that one of the very friends that Donald Trump claimed has actually been betraying him, betraying our country? Yes, today we're going to look at a news report by Rachel Maddow talking about Trump admits what the attack on Iran is really for. I'm going to link this down in the description below, but I want to focus in on a very small part, because if you're watching this and you voted for Trump, you need to know that this man has betrayed us. And today I'm going to show you how. We have much to discuss. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
Quote, Russia is providing Iran with targeting information to attack American forces in the Middle East. The assistance signals that the rapidly expanding conflict now features one of America's chief nuclear-armed competitors with exquisite intelligence capabilities. Quote, Iran possesses only a handful of military-grade satellites and no satellite constellation of its own, which would make imagery provided by Russia and its much more advanced space capabilities highly valuable.
Did y'all hear that? So we see Iran hitting U.S. targets, military targets in both of U.S. interest, of our supposed allies in that region, and in Israel. And they are getting the most exquisite intelligence from one Russia. Now, isn't Donald Trump the one who said that Putin is his friend? He said the Russia thing was a hoax. The same man that Donald Trump has told you is now our ally is actually feeding information to Iran, who is really their ally. Do you see how messed up this is? And I had intended to do a video saying how we can't win. I'm still going to do that video because there's a bunch of voices in there that I think are interesting. And I want you to hear how we are not going to be able to win, but we are beating ourselves and our supposed allies. We got rid of our real allies, the people who would do anything to help us out, for people who are selling us out. Oh, wait. Isn't that what Donald Trump did to MAGA?
So again, this was first reported by the Washington Post, this reporting then corroborated by the Associated Press and by us here at MS Now. The upshot is that Russia is helping Iran. Russia specifically is giving them targeting information, giving them very specific locations, using their own intelligence capabilities to give the Iranians very specific locations so they know where to attack American troops to try to kill them, and where to attack American facilities in the Middle East.
You all who voted for Donald Trump voted for a goddamn idiot. This man doesn't care about our troops. He actually has a vendetta against the military. Just like he has the same vendetta against the NFL for not giving him a team, which he would have ruined that team anyway. And this same man who has a vendetta against the military, if it was up to him, he would get rid of all veterans' benefits because he doesn't believe you deserve it, yet he can rob the government because he's rich and he deserves it. This is what you all voted for, MAGA. You all claim to be patriots, you claim to be Americans, and this man, being friends with our supposed enemy, our enemy is giving information to our so-called enemy, Iran, who hasn't done anything to us. And now Americans' lives are in danger. Americans' lives have already been lost because of this senseless and stupid war. But right now, Americans are in danger. Our service members who are strapping up to get ready to do a ground invasion potentially are in danger because you thought that this man who is a narcissist, who is a felon, who is a PDF file, who is a grifter, who is a con man, who's a snake oil salesman, who's a liar, a cheater, and he is a horrible human being. You thought those were qualities for an American president.
Russia is giving Iran that information. What should the United States do about that? Under the leadership of Donald Trump, the United States has decided that under these circumstances, what our response is going to be is that we're going to ease sanctions on Russia. Ease sanctions on Russia. Trump has moved to give Russia relief from sanctions. Trump has moved specifically to let Russia sell more of its oil and gas, get around sanctions, restrictions that might have prevented them from doing that before.
This president is weak. He's giving in to it's not real. He's giving in to Russia, and he's sending your children and my children to die in this war, potentially. I really want you to think about that. Why would you lift sanctions after they've given away the positions of our people? It's because Donald Trump doesn't care. This is the same man that in the Epstein files took out puppies. And when I say took out, I mean unalived puppies. Only a sick and twisted, psychotic sociopath would do such a thing, and you all made him president. And he doesn't give a shit about our troops. And again, don't call yourself a goddamn patriot or American. You served maybe a few minutes in the goddamn military, and you have no idea about honor, courage, commitment, because you have none. You vote with your asshole and not your brain.
Russia is allies with Iran, right? Russia issued a statement of congratulations when Iran chose Khomeini's son to replace him as the country's supreme leader. Congratulations, Junior. Enjoy your Ayatollahship. He's a close relation, a close connection to the radical and powerful Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. Putin sends his personal congratulations. But, Russia, as much as they might not want to see their ally put in difficult straits, Russia financially is actually really enjoying this moment. Because what does Russia have to offer the world? What does Russia have to offer the world economy? I mean, if you don't count vodka and potash, Russia basically has two industries, two things to offer the world: oil and war. And they're using their war-making abilities, their intelligence and satellite capabilities to help Iran kill Americans, to help Iran target and kill Americans in the Middle East. Also, on the war-making front, Russia is obviously enjoying seeing the United States burn up lots and lots and lots of missiles and interceptor munitions in the Middle East. So we'll be less happy and less able to provide those same types of weapons to Ukraine to fight against Russia.
You have been sold a lie as well as I have. Let me tell you, inside the military, we do have a fine fighting force of highly trained people. The one thing that you may not know is that we don't have the best equipment. We have to wait on back order to get certain things in order to make sure that we do our jobs, that our equipment runs properly, because there's not enough money. Yet, most of our budget is going towards the military, and we are now being beaten. These $1 million rockets, billions of dollars worth of equipment, all destroyed by the equivalent of fucking rocks. Yes, This is the same thing that we learned in the Middle East before. People with rocks were beating people with machine guns. It's the same thing that happened in Vietnam. People who farm rice was taking out trained soldiers because what was happening is we went in unprepared. We have a great show of force, but what we've learned is that they have been taking that military money and shoving it in their own pockets. And now, because of our lack of preparation, because our lack of foresight, and because of greed and greedy politicians who talk a big game but have failed America, because of that, Americans will die if this continues. And like I said, we are losing this war and we're going to lose this war. And we'll talk about that in a future video. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you voted for this shit, those lives are on you. Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.